For the first interview of the day at Foxfest, we're here with Sunana. How are you doing, guys?
We're good. We're so happy to be here, aren't we?
Nice.
Yes, for the first ever Foxfest festival.
Amazing. And for those who don't know who you are, what do you do or who are you?
So we're a DJ, music producer duo. We're based in London. I'm English, he's French. And we DJ, we produce music. We have our own label called The Vibe Arrived, and also our own events.
Awesome. So
Our own radio show, actually.
Your own radio show?
Yes.
Wow, what's that all about then?
So the radio show is called The Vibe Arrived, and it's a celebration of Latin and Afro house music. And then every week we invite on a very special guest for a guest
That's
mix.
amazing.
Yes.
That's so cool. You can do that as well as your music as well.
It's cool,
Yes.
yeah. It's
Wow.
really nice for the community.
Yeah. So where did it all start with Sunana?
So we started working together. He came from a reggaeton background and I came from a house
Hip-hop,
music background.
hip-hop reggaeton.
So then when we kind of melded the two genres together, that's how we came up with Latin house, Afro house. And we just loved working together, didn't we? I came from a classical music background as well, so that was like another life for me. And it's just awesome.
Yeah,
So you've
and
merged
at some
it
point,
together.
we decided to do it together, and to like that's the best way to bring also like a different vibe, because it's from already different vibes like melting together. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You've created a really cool genre.
Yeah.
So the meaning of your name, right? I saw somewhere that isn't it just your names merged together?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sunana.
Sunana.
Yeah.
And it sounds great, doesn't it?
It sounds cool, doesn't it?
How long have you been making music for then?
Long
Long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
20 years probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
Different kinds of music.
Yeah, we did music already before. I mean, I started with the hip hop, and after as a DJ, I played a lot of like she said, like Latin music, and also African dancehall, hip hop, like I said. And she was more in the like house music style and dance and pop, and in UK pop as well. And with the classical background, I mean, that was like quite a good way to create this new vibe in a way. I mean, it's a vibe that already exists, but we brought our own spin to it, I would say.
Yeah. And throughout all that time, what's kept you most motivated to carry on making music?
That's a good one.
That's a really good question.
It's still a difficult field, I have to say. Music industry, and also like making music and trying to reach an audience, and trying also to keep the authenticity, but in the same time respond to a certain vibe and the way the world goes, etc. So yeah, it could be really challenging, and at the same time it could be also really really a good way to explore yourself and to expand yourself. And I think being together and working together is like a good motivation, because even if you can always have what's one of us feeling like a bit better or not, and the other one can help to keep the motivated, I would say.
I think also what keeps us going is like constantly being able to connect with people with the music. That's amazing. Yeah, when you see people enjoying your music, when you kind of bring people together, that's amazing, and that's why we do it, isn't it?
The feedback, the collaboration, it's really important.
Learning things from each other as well, not just each other, but also other people in the music industry, and it's really cool.
And that's what we love with having a label and also having a radio show, is that it's almost like it forces you to stay always aware and in contact with different people and new people, and so that's really cool.
Yeah, and I mean, I've always thought it's absolutely amazing that you can create a sound and people can actually enjoy it and dance to it or sing to it or whatever you make. I think that's just like incredible, and you know you've put that effort in to make people do that. It's amazing. And I've heard you guys have worked with some pretty big people and performed with some pretty huge people. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've both, as you mentioned, we both came from very different backgrounds, and I think that performing with lots of different people from different genres, but like people who are the top of their field, whether that's like in the electronic music world or whether that's, I don't know, a classical violinist or whatever, you just learn so much, and that's been amazing for us. So I mean, we've performed in obviously festivals like this, but we've also performed in arenas and clubs, and we've performed all over the world, which is amazing.
Yeah, and what's amazing also with the support of high-profile artists is that I think as a creator, the recognition is very important because it helps you to know where you stand. Like if you are completely alternative, or if you actually touch the masses, or if like it helps you to ground a little bit yourself into like, oh, okay, this is a road I love, and actually I can reach an audience with it as well. And the high profile artists, when they recognize your music or they say like, oh, I love that, it's like it helps you also to feel a bit more confident about what you do.
Yeah, I guess when someone that's kind of made it in the music industry says, wow, that's amazing, it gives you a bit of motivation as well.
Hugely. And it's always a surprise. Yeah, it's always a surprise.
Amazing. Well, that's Sunana at Foxfest. Thanks so much, guys. Thank you. Cheers.